here on IceTime.TV in the Ice Arena Wales rink shop with Challenge Cup winning player coach of the Cardiff Devils, Andrew Lord. Andrew, how does that sound? It's the Wednesday after the Sunday before. Is it all sunk in yet?
Yeah, feels great. An amazing night. Don't know how it compares to the one in Sheffield, but it's tough to pick, really. I don't think I can. This one at home is extra special. Unbelievable feeling. The guys are still buzzing. We got back to work today, which is good, and I'm just happy we're not playing a game today. I'm glad we got the full week this time, and the boys were able to enjoy it a little bit there Sunday, and now it's back to work.
Just going back over the game, we spoke briefly on the ice on Sunday, but you, fair to say you had other attentions at that time. But the game itself, very even first period, some penalty kill time for you guys. But from the second and third, you really just seemed to dominate on the forecheck, in zone time, puck possession. One of the most complete performances of the season?
Yeah, I thought it was incredible. Looking back at it, same thoughts, maybe even better thoughts. First, like you said, back and forth a bit. Thought we gave them some momentum with those penalties, the 3 in a row there, and then they get the one power play goal to make it 2-1. But love the attitude in the room between periods. Boys were just calm and confident. Didn't adjust much for the second. Just a couple of reminders, and just loved our relentlessness. Thought on and off the puck, the guys were just unbelievable. The work rate was through the roof. The intensity, the details across the board were phenomenal, and it made for a very good, especially a good last 40 minutes or so.
The Challenge Cup Challenge Cup final seemed to bring up a number of good net-minding duels. Last year it was Weekman and Bounds. This year it was Mustakov and Bounds. How good were those two?
Yeah, phenomenal. Mustakov was, looking back at it, he made some tremendous saves. Even, some of the blocks their team made in and around the goal line as well to keep the score at 2-2 there until we finally broke through. Boundsy in the first particularly, didn't think he was overly, he didn't have too much work the last 2 periods, but in the first, maybe the first 12 minutes he was busy, and he made some great saves there early on. And another good battle, and it was good.
Well, you showed me up in commentary as usual, which isn't hard, because I assumed when it went 3-2 you might go a little bit more passive, maybe go for a 1-4 sort of system, but you didn't. You just kept coming. The energy levels were superb.
Yeah, apparently you don't know me very well.
Yeah.
But no, not a big fan of sitting back. Maybe with a couple goal lead, definitely not with a 1. We're at our best when we're pushing the pace and closing time and space, especially. It was obvious that the energy was great. There was no question mark on it at all. And when it's like that, there's no need to be passive. You gotta play in your face hockey. And I think to a man, the boys really bought in, and it was great. It led for made for a ton of ozone time, especially in the third period there.
In terms of the energy levels, and I don't want to go into trade secrets, but maybe just to give a little bit of credit to off-ice staff, you did just keep coming second and third period. Obviously, that's down to you in terms of your player management this year, Jamie Elson on the bench, and the strength and conditioning advice you get, away from game night on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, absolutely. The medical team's great. We really try to be proactive and take care of things before they become a problem. Dan Forbes, our strength coach, has done a heck of a job this season as well. And this time of the year, there's not all that much in the gym stuff. There's just been so many games. This is actually our first full week, in about 5 weeks. Couldn't come at a better time. But a lot of stuff in practice. We work very hard, hold the guys accountable, and as long as you chip away at it all season and keep that standard, day in and day out, it leads to kind of this sort of energy levels. And credit to the guys, they've paid the price to reap the benefits.
Just the final question on the Challenge Cup final. It was nice that Jake Morissette got to lift the trophy. He was in a suit, he was in his civvies, but he's on the bench at the moment. He's still very much the leader of this team.
Yeah, incredible. It's fun having him back there. Jamie does a heck of a job, but anytime you can get a second body in there, especially a guy like Jake with hockey IQ through the roof, he reads the game. in game very well. A lot of people have to watch things back. He picks things up right then and there, and that's a credit to him and a big help for us. And obviously, just my own personal relationship with him. We know each other through and through now for after so many years. We agree on a lot of things, and we also aren't afraid to talk things out. So big help this time of season.
So that's one down, and you, as you say, you get back to business now. Focus on a big weekend ahead. In previous years, both the Cardiff Devils and other Challenge Cup winners have suffered a hangover in the next game. Is that something you're specifically addressing? Any fears there?
I think I wouldn't be a coach if I didn't have fears. Yeah, it's pretty common to worry about that type of stuff as a coach. But again, we got a great group. It was funny, even when I was hugging guys in the celebration, guys are saying, oh, we're just getting started and on to the next one. And for guys to say that when they're lifting a cup is kind of strange. And I think that's a great sign. I think the other thing we have going for us is we don't talk too much about long-term goals here. We're really day-to-day, but deep down, I think it's pretty obvious what the big title is this season. And I know the guys have been gunning for that all year. And you can see that with their consistency. Yeah, they had a bit of fun, but there's plenty of days here. It's a full week to get ourselves back on track. And we had a good first step today. I was really happy with how the guys were. We'll continue that the next 2 days and we'll be ready to rock.
So that next challenge is Dundee and Ice Arena Wales on Saturday night. A team that are fighting for their playoff lives, a team that have had some good results lately. They can play a little bit of a passive style and look to hit you on the break. How wary do you have to be of the Stars right now?
Yeah, very wary. They got some high-end skill. Scarcella obviously is a one-man show at times. They got some great speed and guys like Tanaka, size, good goal scorer. Their goaltender can be very, very streaky. I feel they're well coached. I think he has a good, good pulse in that room there and a good finger on things. And we're going to need a start. Absolutely. That first 10 minutes is critical always, especially on home ice here. And we'll need to play the right way.
So in terms of the Ice Arena Wales crowd, you need them to be out of celebration mode and back into intense mode, cheering the team on.
Let's get the waters going here and get back on track, and let's keep this train rolling.
And of course, then on Sunday night, you've got a Sheffield who I'm sure, as a proud franchise, will be desperate for revenge for Sunday's defeat. How do you read that game in terms of their desperation levels? How you counter that and continue to press ahead with this charge for the league trophy?
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be very hungry, and it's that coaching staff's got probably over 50 years experience. They're gonna, get their guys ready to rock this week, and I'm sure they'll be, at their best this upcoming weekend. So we're gonna need a heck of a performance and then some to claw one out there in Sheffield.
I asked you in our pre-game interview on Sunday who the unlucky man was going to be. It was Guy Doucette, who celebrated with the team. He looked like a great team guy. Has he responded in practice this week? Is the team still on the same page?
Oh yeah, he's incredible. Terrible, felt awful for him all morning, having to it was a couple days weighing that decision out, or I guess since the Manchester game, so a day and a half, and then that morning to finally have to pull the trigger on the decision was brutal. It's a tough talk, but credit to him. You saw how emotional he was and happy he was for what he's accomplished and this group has accomplished, and he's played a huge part in this. Maybe he didn't play that one game, but think of the impact he's had on our season so far. He's a huge part of this team.
I know you're going to say no to this, but at this stage of the season, when you know one of your closest rivals is playing on Friday night, do you start looking at results? Do you start looking at scores? Do you start thinking about when and if it might be?
Sure, the guys will let me know. Yeah, they'll be a couple of them are pretty bad at following. Bentivolio's a big scoreboard watcher there, but we'll know, and I'll give them the talk, and I'm sure they'll laugh at me a little bit, and then we'll be ready to rock for Sunday or for Saturday. But yeah, it is what it is. We gotta take care of our own business here, and we want to do it the right way as well.
Well, you can see the Cardiff Devils try and take care of business on IceTime.TV on Saturday night. Join us live, particularly those Dundee Stars fans who can't make the trip and also can't get tickets because, of course, there's another sellout in Ice Arena Wales. You can watch all the action on IceTime.TV from around about 6:30. But Andrew, as ever, thanks for joining us on IceTime.TV.
Thanks a lot.